in, and we didn't. Well, we're 2 minutes late, y'all, but welcome to the show.
I forgot
We
you had
don't
to
think
click
we.
go live.
Yeah, you gotta go live. So we think we're here tonight with no issues other than we forgot to hit go live. So welcome to the show, everybody.
You missed
Jess, you
out
go
on a
ahead with.
real wonderful thing, though. I will tell you when we thought we were live.
you, you really
I
did.
made a boo boo. I put a picture up on the screen.
Oh, I thought I did that.
Nope, that was me.
Oh, because see, I was still over there in that thing. I thought I did it.
Well, I, I
So,
I put it live just as you were saying. We'll show y'all later, and I was like, oh wait, too late.
whoops. So
Anyways,
yeah,
our waiver.
we'll show y'all that later. And yeah, just since I did the waiver the first time when weren't live, you go ahead and do it this time.
Yes. So we always like to start off just making sure that everybody knows that, our opinions are just our opinions. We are not saying that ours are the right opinions. We're not saying that yours are wrong. We're not saying that your religion or spiritual beliefs or anything of the sort are less than ours or are wrong or anything like that. We're just one of the things we do, and it lends itself well to our paranormal investigations, is we question everything. Sometimes that's uncomfortable, sometimes it's silly, sometimes it's sad, sometimes but
We can be all over the
yeah.
place. So, and the tonight show will probably be one of those things that could be all over the place. It, I mean, that there's just some aspects of it. We'll just say if it happens, it's not funny and it's
No.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm sure to the person that it's happening to. So, but tonight we are going to talk about um, sexual attacks by entities. So as paranormal investigators, you come across these kind of things. You hear about them. I mean, as investigators, we get a lot of crazy calls. We get a lot of legitimate calls. I don't want to put out there that our clients are crazy because in most cases, by the time someone calls us, they really have a problem.
Yeah. True.
And I might I might have to burp here, so I might mute on you real quick here, so I don't put that out there in the world along with all of our other fuck ups we have.
For real.
Good thing that's why we do unlocked and uncensored after midnight on Sunday when nobody's here, just me and you tonight.
Yep.
Did we get it shared before we really get
Oh,
kicked off? Or we shared in all the right places? Oh, let me share it in the group so I can share it on my page.
gotcha.
Because it's just easier for me to find one thing and go one place and see. I know. Well, Jesse Wilson could be sleeping in Cedar Falls, Iowa tonight and not joining us. Uh, so I'll turn my ringer down and mute everything here. I do see we have someone. Is that Cade watching?
Could be. There we go.
Who's
Right
watching?
mouse.
Talk to us.
Hey.
Tell us who's there.
Yeah, we feel lonely.
Well, yeah, when we're on this oh, they're gone, whoever they were. They were there and now they're gone.
There we go. I shared it in
Well,
the group.
okay.
Oh,
I will go get it on my. Hey, what the heck just happened? Everything went black. Am I plugged in?
Terry, don't you leave
That
me
was
this way.
weird. I know that was weird. My screen and everything just went totally black and then it came right back up. That's
That's
how am I
weird.
plugged in and everything. Yeah, as Jackson says, that's weird. If you ever see me post something like that, I'm like today I posted that's weird. Or you like me and Olive will do it to each other too. Because when they came to a crawfish boil one time, and Jackson sat there and just talked Olive and Matt's ear off, and he he responds with a lot that's weird. This is so, but now maybe it was Willie.
I mean,
I mean, we did see the way he lit up when they said he was going to a new home.
oh, I just looked over and realized that picture that I sent to you, the category it's under is spiritual problems.
I'm not real sure how I feel about that being called a spiritual problem.
I feel like that's not a big enough word.
Mm. and I feel like putting spiritual problems. Yeah, like I said, I've got so much to comment on this subject, and yeah, just kind of let's get it all shared and
Let's
get it
go
out.
ahead and put out another little PSA here to start with. Even we 100% out of everyone, we understand that when it comes to any sort of sexual assault, and whether it's by a human, a ghost, whatever, it's not a funny thing. It is a serious thing.
Not at all. It is
But
serious,
we are
and
we have
we
the
are two
maturity
victim
level.
survivors.
But we also have the maturity level of 8th grade boys.
Right.
And I think
My mom,
being
just you
survivors
said.
as well makes it so that we laugh at our trauma. That's what we do. That's how we deal with it.
I mean, you have to. Yeah, you have to. I think
So just
laughter
we don't want to
heals the
offend
soul.
anyone who might have gone through this. So just understand that when we laugh, it is a very multi-layered laugh. It is not because we think it is doesn't happen, because we absolutely do.
Right, right, right. And
But
like I was saying, I believe that
right.
laughter is healing. I believe when I went through breast cancer, we laughed at my baldness. Uh, you have to, because if you don't, then you're laying there crying all the time.
Yep.
So, and I do believe, Kate, right? I do believe
That's an
tweaking out
unfortunate
on the
spot to
camera
freeze
again.
in there. It froze at an unfortunate
Right.
frame.
So, yeah, laughter is medicine. Anyway, yes, Kate, I agree. When I went through breast cancer, I mean, I swear that, yeah, the chemo and Moderna, I'm gonna shout out to Moderna here on this one. Moderna, and and the study I went through, of course, saved my life. And of course, I was praying to any God out there that would listen to me to help me through this, not be sick going through chemo and stuff like that. Um, but laughter, like I said, going bald and all that, it was so traumatic. But if we didn't laugh about it, I would have been crying about it all the time. And
Yep.
there were so many other things to cry about. I hurt. I was sick.
What a way to put it.
So
There was a lot of other things to cry
so
about.
exactly. So you got to come up with something to fucking laugh at,
Yep.
so you're not crying, all the time. So I wore silly do rags, just as bright as they could be. Just Lenny would wake up and pat my head, laugh about whatever color, pink and polka dot, purple and big freaking hyacinths on my head or whatever. So we started the day laughing at my head. So yes, anyway, back to Laughter is the best medicine, and we're not laughing at sexual abuse at all.
No,
Jess and I are both
we are laughing
survivors.
at the idea of
I
sex in
will
general.
what I will say, I will say, I am not a survivor of a sexual attack by a ghost. Yeah, I'm going into later how I feel about paranormal investigators talking about themselves being sexually attacked by a ghost publicly. I think, well, I won't go there just yet, but
We have a
I
lot of thoughts.
we've got a lot of thoughts and we don't want to just blurt it all out at once.
We're trying not to info
So,
dump in the first 5 minutes.
exactly. We're trying to spread it, make it a little easier.
We had to make
for
sure that
y'all
we
to-
weren't even sharing information as we were researching because we knew that we would just dump everything out and have nothing to talk about. It was awful.
So, yeah, now I don't even forgot the point I was going to make about whatever the hell I was talking about. I got to giggling now, but I will say
True.
when you said when you said that we had the mentality of
Eighth grade boys. Yeah.
8th grade boys, my mom just told me yesterday, because the new car, and I put, I'm proud of my lights I hooked up, installed myself my lights that beat with my stereo, and she just rolled her eyes and she said, "You're the oldest teenage boy I've ever seen."
I sent that video to Cade and showed them, and they absolutely were in love with the video of your lights beating with your music.
Me too, Kate. I mean, and
you're not very
friend,
tech savvy, so that is really saying something.
Yeah, but I am electronic savvy.
This is true.
Before people had surround sound and shit, Terry Wilson had surround sound.
There you go.
And I've got some old friends that'll tell you, and it used to be the running joke in my house, way back in the day, back there in Nam when me and Lenny got married. That because we always agreed that if one of us left the other one, that you leave with what just your personal belongings. You don't get to start taking TVs and shit like that. Whatever's in that year, if you're the one leaving, you get your shit. And when I came into the relationship, I came in with a very nice stereo. So I felt my stereo was my personal belonging.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right. So when we had this, I don't want to say argument, but when I say argument, we're playing and goofing and picking at each other. I was like, fine, fucker, I'll leave the stereo, but I'm taking all the wires. Because I'll just unhook everything and you'll never be able to have TV and stereo again.
Wow. That is like taking only the left shoes kind of petty.
Exactly.
The batteries out of all the remotes.
Right. So
that's what's impressive is that level of petty.
Exactly.
Cade needs to consult you for ideas.
That cute little girl that's on our team that looks like Wednesday Addams. Yeah. I don't.
Oh, I'm gonna faint. Oh, I started laughing so hard I can't breathe. Cade said, for reasons, legally. I did not. I'm sitting here thinking, you got a little ghost following you around that looks like Wednesday Addams or something. What the fuck are you talking about? Now I get it. Now I get it.
Yeah. For anybody listening and watching later, we have some team members because of their jobs. They kind of have to remain anonymous until they're out on investigation, or so I broke me.
You did. I thought I was gonna faint.
Oh shit! So
she done broke the internet too.
So back on what Kate's point there, and Wednesday Addams, she's called me, a few different times, over the period that we've known each other, and she'll have some kind of problem, and I'll be like, well, why don't you just blow it? The shit that falls, me, Jess, the shit that falls out of my mouth, and she's like,
it's the best
damn
kind
girl,
of word diarrhea.
Because she's like, damn girl, why did I think about calling you? And I'm like, oh, when you need that friend, I'm that friend. Yes, Kate, I will help you hide the body, and I won't ask any questions.
Okay. So I just got a notification through Business Suite from Facebook, which is where I manage all the different pages from, and it says that Tom commented saying Johnny's here, but he's not on the live video. He's clicked on a past video and is commenting.
Can you share with Tom and get Tom here too?
Oh my Lord. Yeah, I'll shoot him. I'll go tag him in the comments of where we shared it.
I don't think I even got to share it on my page because we got fucking laughing and shit. Holy shit. That's why we're doing this show an hour and a half, y'all, because it's going to take us 30 minutes to even talk about why we're here. Yep. Yes, Kate. Damn it, man.
Absolute chaos all
when
the time.
You said you got a Facebook notification. I thought you were going to say that we were about to be kicked off. I was like, fuck, we got one up on Howard. We got kicked off in a few shows.
Well, I've decided that it's a race to see. Like, I feel like we should win.
Oh my God. The petri dish, are uncensored and or unlocked and uncensored. Who goes first? Y'all, let's plug the petri dish. And one of our fellow things. Well, let's do our plug here for everybody.
One of our fellow things.
One of our fellow things network paranormal teams. Howard Petrie and the Petri Dish. I'm so sorry, Howard. Is he on? I think the Petri Dish is on before us.
Oh no! Now he has gone. Now he's gone and commented on the post in the group, but is still not in the live chat. But I have tagged him in the chat of the live chat. Lord,
is he commenting? Can he see him? He must be able to hear us. If he's commenting somewhere. He's got to be listening, Tom. If you're listening, dude,
he's commenting everywhere in the wrong but place.
Here. Tom, we need you to get on the right page, literally. Y'all, I'm dying here. I can't get my shit.
I feel like there's alcohol involved.
I think it's exhaustion.
That'll be exhaustion.
So, just while I'm trying to get my breath back here, tell them why we're exhausted. Just give them a little brief minute. I'm gonna pause because I gotta blow my nose and wipe the tears from my eyes. I'll be right back.
Oh, there we go.
I see him. There he is. I'll be right back. Oh
He
my
made it.
God.
We've been dying over here. So anyways, we actually had last weekend, last Friday night, we were supposed to have our final investigation at what we call Alabama's Graceland. We've touched on it a little bit before. Has nothing to do with Elvis or anything. It's just a little running inside joke that kind of stuck. And but two of our people who, because this was a fundraiser event for equipment funds, and two of the people that had already purchased tickets and were going to be there, their daughter ended up being pretty ill. So they weren't able to come. So we told them, well, look, we'll do it, the next week, which was yesterday, Saturday, so that they would still be able to go. So we were there until 2:30, and then I think I picked up my husband and my kids
Yeah,
from Terry's house,
2:30ish.
and I got back home. I think it ended up being 4 because we left her house a little bit late. And then
Yeah,
I
we chit
never went
chatted
to
for a minute.
sleep. I
Yeah,
took a little nap at like 6
that was
o'clock.
I napped. Same. I napped from probably it was probably about 8:30 or 9
Hmm.
until about 11:30 for me
Yep.
this
So
morning. I say 8:30 or 9 this morning because I get the if anybody's ever paranormal investigated or if there's just something that you really like to do, I get a paranormal high. It's like meth or
it's
crack or
really,
something for
really
me.
hard to settle down afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially last
And
night
even
was
though
really active, so that made it even
right,
harder to settle down.
right. And I do want to throw out here, and again, I'll repeat for those, waiting for us. That's why we do an hour and a half on midnight Sunday nights because we know that we're going to be chaos and crazy. And it's going to take us 30 minutes to get to what we're going to talk about. So I do want to throw out a little personal info here just because if anyone in my family is watching, um, my husband, my daughters, and 4 of my grandchildren in Iowa tonight because I have 2 sister-in-laws in 2 separate cities in the state of Iowa in ICU. So I ask y'all, pray, good juju, whatever it is you do, send love and light, and that these ladies get out of the hospital and my family can come home safe before Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, that's why also I'm a little chaotic and couldn't sleep. And between calling, bouncing, I've got 2 sister-in-laws literally in 2 hospitals, between my, husband finding, and then, of course, my mom's calling wanting to know. So I've been on the damn phone, it seems
All
like,
week, really.
all day for all week since we got the phone call. Thank you, Cade. So it's been chaotic and crazy since I think it was Thursday morning we
And
got the
I don't
news.
think you've been sleeping
Um
much since that happened. And then I'm an insomniac,
no,
so I never
because yeah,
sleep much.
so yeah, we are a little bit crazy and maybe rattling an off topic tonight. And yeah, I've got to laughing there and tears flowing. And so we've done our waivers and all that crap. So
We're
let's
gonna
get on
continue.
it.
Oh wait, hold on. We
Oh,
got our
okay.
we got our
So
first haunted object.
yes, we did. We're excited and we want to thank the lovely couple that brought that for us. We'll Of course, I left some equipment at Graceland last night. So, and plus, with my husband not being home and things being the way they are, me being tired and stuff, Willie's just sitting in the witch room right now, just chilling, just chilling. Now, I did hear a thump, pretty loud thump in my kitchen. Could have been a cat. I'm not gonna say it was Willie because, and I always tell people in my house I wouldn't know if it was paranormal activity or not because the kids, the old house that's just crumbling, literally. I have dirt bathroom floor. Jess can attest to that.
And floor joists that are not connected to anything.
Yeah. So I mean, when you buy a house,
Yeah, so we do.
when you
We
buy
have
a
a camera.
100-year-old house, be prepared.
Yep.
So yeah,
But yep. So we
continue
have a
about
camera.
Willie.
We have a camera. It was given to us by a
Two
couple that was on.
cameras,
Well, it's two cameras. According to them, they
but
think you
one
can
seems to
attach to the
be
one. Yeah.
to the one, right?
It would be interesting to split them up. You take one, I'll take one, see if we get any activity from both.
Right.
So that could be an interesting thing to do.
Right.
I'll let you keep the more haunted one just because I'm just a kind
Well, we're
person
gonna
like that.
cameras coming. And we have 2 of those coming, Jess. We can put those. I'm thinking, the little shack out here by my house.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking to make that, for haunted eye because, may not want. I would like to have a place to quarantine things and put a camera on them and see what happens, because I don't necessarily want to bring some nasty energy into the house, so
it's like a ghostly STI.
Right. I mean, yeah, it needs to be quarantined, and how is it going to interact with my spirit guides and stuff? Is it going to sexually attack them or something? I mean, I really have to. I have to be prepared for that. So, or God forbid, sexually attack me. A waiver again. I've never been sexually attacked by a ghost. So,
yeah.
And hopefully I can always say that.
And I have not either.
That
Let
I'm
me go
a
ahead
ghost.
and say that as well. I have never been sexually attacked by a spirit either. A human, different story. Ghosts, no.
But I do. Right, human, yes, ghosts.
No.
But so let me go ahead since we're on the top, getting there on the topic
slowly.
So here's one of my. So the picture that you sent me originally, can put that up and let everyone see that for a moment, please.
Okay, so to preface this, I have been doing research on, sexual attacks by spirits that are, reported on the internet. And this I came across on a website that seems to be a little bit of a research site. It is listed under spiritual problems.
I just was reading Kate's comments. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That they're laughing at howling. They're waking the roommate up.
So this is listed under spiritual problems.
Okay, yeah, hold it up there for me because Tom's got to get his glasses and go with them. In fact, I'm going to get mine and do the same thing and get a better look.
This is not our image again. This is one that I found while doing my research. It was found by the Spiritual Science Research Foundation.
Absolutely plug them. Spiritual Science Research.
Their tagline is Bridging the Known and Unknown Worlds.
Ooh.
There we go.
So, all right. Put the picture back just for a second, Jess, because let me. Okay, spiritual. I have many questions. Okay, so, Kate, I am so with you on the spiritual problems.
Why does he have that haircut?
Exactly.
Why does he have laser eyes?
When Jess, when you sent this to me earlier, you can go ahead and take it down. So remember, I was fighting. And I was fighting not what that I wanted to say to you. So what I wanted to say to you in that moment, we can because of course you told me that they were calling it spiritual problems, and I have a problem with them calling it spiritual
It says
problems.
spiritual problem
Number one,
/
but number
demonic
two,
possession / sexual MOLES word.
he's gonna right. God, oh my God. I'm not even going to touch the mullet.
Well, I hope you're not going to touch the mullet. I don't think we should touch any of him.
I could just only say if you were there when William was growing up, or if you've ever seen any pictures, and I'm not talking about William, and that's just all.
I have seen the picture of him with a mullet and a one-piece denim jumpsuit. Cade and my husband and Cade and I have all been playing a multiplayer game together called 7 Days to Die. It's a zombie apocalypse game that's multiplayer. And we were playing it the other night, and we had just had a conversation about this, about the fact that I want him to let me send a picture of it to Cade.
I'm going to die. And I'm going to hell in so many ways.
Well, originally I couldn't talk about it at all because he had a picture of me in 6th grade when I got the world's worst.
Oh, I'm not even talking about what I am not talking about William having a mullet. I don't know that I've ever seen William in a mullet.
He had one.
Well, I'm talking above William. Anyway, I mean, any type of mullet that's automatic. As far as mullets go, I mean,
it's
he had a good mullet anyway, so we're gonna get off that subject. No, Tom, we cannot see.
No, you're just in the chat tonight.
Yeah, you're just in the chat tonight. We didn't link in tonight.
Yeah, we didn't link anybody in really because we knew we were already gonna be struggling to stay serious. Yes.
Yeah. So. Exactly. So let me go back on Mullet Ghost Man for a moment.
And just in case anyone has forgotten, let's bring his mullet back up.
Hey, Cade, you started this. You fucking started this, Cade. So that I really had a serious point to make about.
You've lost it now. Okay, so what was your serious point now?
No, I still got it. But goddamn, I got the soap. I was trying not to do that one. Oh, fuck it. You can say fucking not piss people off, but I'm sorry, y'all. Damn it, Tom, stop.
Oh no, the ADHD is catching.
No, I still got it. So, because they really, it's kind of serious, but not. When I seen that picture, my first thought was, so when I've had sexual dreams, is that what's happening?
Oh God. Yes.
And know if anyone is just listening to audio, just have an orgasm there.
No. That was not a ghostly orgasm, I promise. Though I love the fact that when talking about his laser beams, the first comment, the first little info there is lust in eyes. It's important because if the black laser beams are coming out, but there's no lust in his eyes, it's not the same.
Then you're not being sexually attacked by a ghost, is that?
No. And that downgrades you from spiritual problem to spiritual inconvenience.
Gotcha. Oh, I got a cough because I'm choking on my own fluids now.
Oh God, that was an unfortunate way to phrase that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cry. Note to anyone watching now or in the future, go use the restroom before you watch us on Sunday night.
Right on. I may not can make it through this show without having to take a pee break. Because I got the liquids coming from the top.
And like the black covering of sexual thoughts in the environment.
Help us now. We are going to hell.
Like when it says black covering of sexual thoughts in the environment, like is that like a covering? Like what are we talking here? Like, are we talking just a gentle covering of like tulle? Are we talking like, blackout curtains? What are we talking about here? And Cade, you have no excuse.
I've never been
I reminded you to go to the bathroom.
Yes, she did, because she even told me that, Cade, that she told them to go to the bathroom because we knew that this show was going to be something. We didn't know which way it was going to go. So.
Yeah, why are there black dots just surrounding this man?
Put it back up again. I gotta study it again. Let me get my glasses.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's like maybe he died of COVID, Kate. And maybe that's the COVID germs around him.
Either that, or that is in fact at least 2 different kinds of ghostly STI.
Or maybe it's Ghost Jizz.
Maybe he's a leopard man. I don't know.
Maybe Ghost Jizz floats before it. I mean,
but it's coming out of his entire body. Are you telling me that this man jizzes out of his entire body?
Maybe he was a dickhead.
What is it? What is it?
Oh shit.
Yes, ghostly STDs is now a term. Anyway, so yeah, that was just one of the things I found, and this one was particularly it was the drawing that just sent me into a spiral. They actually go on to discuss it. Apparently, this type of ghost, according to this website, is referred to as a subtle sorcerer. He is astride the woman, transmitting his black energy on her. He is looking at her breasts with lustful eyes and fondling her. Okay.
So again, Lord. Is this why sometimes you have sexual dreams? Are we being... No.
This is topical.
Are we being sexually attacked when we have dreams about sex?
This is a good question.
Legitimate question.
Would y'all quit?
I mean, because it's not happened lately. I'm going to put that out there too, Waver. It's not happened lately. But I mean, I've had some dreams I'm 55 years old. I've had some dreams, and I've woke up and thought, what? What? Wait a minute. Whoa, that was a dream.
We're going to rewind here.
So I mean, and has that ever happened to you, Jess? Have you ever had a dream about sex and then you wake up and go, "Wait a minute," it's like, did
Yeah,
that really
yeah.
happen? And
I don't
take you a
often
minute to kind of.
remember. I don't often remember my dreams, but yeah, I have had a few over, my lifespan that I just kind of woke up and I was like, I mean, you're not wrong there either.
You're not wrong, Kate. I mean, exactly. You're not wrong. So,
That's just rude.
get. Well, I mean, it's not wrong. No, it's not wrong.
No, it's not wrong, but it's rude of our brain. It's very
Well,
rude.
yeah. But I mean, then we could argue back, Kate. No, it's not. You're being sexually attacked by a ghost, or no, attacked sexually by a ghost. Let me
Yeah,
say it
yeah,
right. So
yeah,
that's just
yeah.
a little inside joke, y'all. So
It is, it is.
we
But
don't we don't want to blast anyone.
I did in my research find some more serious cases. This one just, oh, that one just, we had to start with that one because it was just so damn funny.
Well, now throw my let's change it over. We had Mullet Man. Let's go on and show Ghost Girl.
Wait, are you saying that you have a dream like that every Thursday night?
I'm a Tom. What what are you doing on Thursday nights?
That's a good.
Are you being
Like
attacked by
that
ghosts
has
on Thursday nights,
that has
Tom?
big.
You must
I try to. Oh my lord, you're grounded.
you must share, Tom.
Yep. Here we go.
The ghost girlfriend.
Yep. But I did in my research find some pretty serious
So I
cases
mean,
too. It
when we're
seems that
looking,
most of the ones that I could find, I will say, most of the ones that I've got like articles about, they all happened overseas. So wasn't able to find any that occurred in the US. I'm sure that they do. I just don't know why I wasn't able to come across any. I figured I would have found some blog posts or something. But regardless, they're
stop. This is no pictures.
I feel like there's probably a corner somewhere near you, and I would like for you to go put your nose in that corner. Standing, we're not sitting down. This is a punishment, not a break.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be a rough show to get through.
Yeah. But yeah, I did find some good. I did find some. Well, I wouldn't say good. I mean, now I will say that unfortunately, regardless of how serious the content is, the the actual headlines for all of these articles, they just sound ridiculous. No matter how serious the content of the article is, the freaking news like headlines are just funny. Commented from all 3 places. Terri is dead. So the couple of articles that I came across, this one's headline is "Mom claims she
Oh
was."
my god!
Are you dying?
I only typed it here. I only typed it in this one spot, and I was like, "Oh my god, that made it so much worse."
It did.
Go ahead.
You are dead in 3 languages. That's how that feels. So the first article is called "Mom Claims She Was Tormented by Sexual Ghosts That Gave Her Creepy Surprise in Bed." The headlines are just I think we broke Terry again. This is the most you've ever had to mute in a show.
Because
They sound like National
my
Enquirer headlines. Yes, they do.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that or erotica fan fiction. I mean, tormented
Erotic
could
fan.
be a good or a bad word. I don't know if I want to know.
I got tears streaming down my. Oh shit. So I will say, again, Spirit has never had a case to that
No, we have not.
extreme.
We would be open
have
to
not.
it if it were to pop up. We would be open to. Well,
Fuck
we
yes.
excuse me. Hold on. Words are important. We would be open to investigate it. Not we would be open to have it happen.
It depends on who the ghost is. I mean, I'm just being real.
Oh.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. There's some dead men out there that.
Oh my God.
I mean, I got some people. Prince was the first person that popped into my head when I said that. I mean,
I really am just going to say, I hope that no one ever takes clips of this show out of context. There's some dead men out there.
But, I mean, for real, when I said depends on who the ghost is, the first person that popped in my head, and hey, you know, Elvis in the 60s and that leather jet, bring it, honey. We'll wear the leather.
Oh.
Like I said, it depends on who the ghost is. Now, do I want Charles Manson? Hell the fuck no, and he better back up. Yeah, he's a yuck. Or you know, well, let me just say, like, Manson was a bad example because he wasn't even. You didn't ever even hear people say, "Oh, he was such a good-looking guy." Bundy.
Ted
people
Bundy
say, "Oh,
would be a better," and I don't think he was actually that handsome. By the way,
I don't find. I know that's why
it
I'm
doesn't
just going to use him as an example.
It makes me feel uncomfortable
because I find nothing. Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna. It's Ted Bundy's kind of Donald Trumpish looking-ish. They comb over and shit.
So this other headline.
That's all I'm gonna say.
This other headline. It reads, a woman claims she was sexually assaulted by a, and this is in quotes, sex pest ghost in her own home. Sex pest.
Sex pest.
Do they have pest control for that?
Hey,
we are pest control for that.
That's a new paranormal team name. If there's a paranormal team out there looking for a name, I mean, there you go. Spiritual pest control.
Yes, we are fully losing the plot. Pondering a Sex Pest sounds like a punk band name.
Yeah. So I think Tom is saying he's pondering that he wants a sex pest.
Was Ghostbusters pest control? Yes, they were.
Oh my God. When Jackson told me, Grandma, I wish you were like Ghostbusters. I'm like, what do you mean, Jackson? And this was, I think, weekend, not last night, but our last investigation. And when I was doing the equipment and stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean you wish we were like Ghostbusters? Well, you just go in and hunt them. I want you to go in and kill them. I said, well, Jackson, what do you think we do when we cleanse them? I mean, that he removed them is what he's. And I said, well, Jackson, what do you think? That's why I said in most cases, when we go into a home and investigate, and, because people want the ghost gone and we cleanse it. So we're not killing it, no, but we're just helping it find its way home.
It's kind of it's
And
like
he
a
was like,
spiritual last call. This is, hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
right. Like Motley Crue said, don't go away mad, just go away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, The Haunting. Oh my
God. So anyway, we're not saying, y'all, that it doesn't happen. And what really got this subject brought up for us is because when we were talking about starting a podcast, joining the Things Network, and doing this that we're doing now, we were out listening to paranormal podcasts, and I don't know, I might have been 6-8 podcast into paranormal podcast, and I ran across this podcast, and I'm of course not going to say the name of it. I'm not going to say the name of the team or where they're from or anything like that, but I will say the guy is he's a paranormal team lead, owner, and founder, and what I am. And the guy, what is it, like just 8 minutes into the podcast?
Somewhere between 8
and
11, something like that.
Yeah, like 11 minutes into a 2-hour podcast, this man talks about that he was sexually attacked in this home that was being haunted by their dead child. I mean, in the first 11 minutes of this podcast, I was insulted in so many ways. And then when he did that, my husband made me turn it off. And Jess will tell you, we have this little group or team chat that we do. I went into the chat and I posted the link for this podcast and challenged my team, which, by the way, Twizzle, if you're watching, she said last night, well, do I have to be the one to go in and break that challenge? I said, go ahead. I think Jess made it about 20 or 30 minutes into it. But no, I made it 8, 11 minutes, whatever it was. And because I was screaming, what the fuck did he just say? I can't believe that he just put that out there like that. Okay, so this is what splattered my brain inside my skull listening to that podcast that day. As a paranormal investigator, number one, as a founder of a team, number two, you are the head of the team. I mean, you're responsible. You're supposed to be professional. I mean, it's okay to laugh and cut up and have a good time, and we do a lot of that. Hey, Jess, we do a lot of that in spirit. We do a whole lot of that in spirit. We cut up, we laugh. She has bailed and left me stranded. So I guess I'm talking to y'all now. But anyway, we we do cut up and we have a good time, because you have to when you're out there in the field. I mean, you have to, because I mean, you're sitting around in the dark and being bored most of the time. So yeah, you get stir crazy and you get cut up and you have fun, you laugh and joke, and sometimes you get emotional and cry. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen in the dark when you're bored in the middle of the night on a paranormal investigation.
It could even be a
But
sexual assault by a ghost.
and it could even be a sexual assault by a ghost. But I'm here to tell you, as founder of Spirit, if that ever happens to me or anyone on my team, if they jump on a podcast and they put that out into the world, like just, well, yeah, I was investigating this home, and I mean, I will wrap my hands around their throat and choke them. Well, they'll be my next paranormal investigation. And my reason, my reason for that is, I'm not saying, don't ever talk about it, but talk about it in the right context with the right people, the team, and something like that. You might not even, I mean, because that would be sexual assault, rape is rape, I mean, and my God, I know by being violated by a living, how you feel violated and something is taken from you, that you can't get back. And so I can't even imagine how it would feel to be attacked by a ghost. And so that I just thought it was in really bad taste for a paranormal investigator, a founder of a team, to get out there and just blab it out there. I mean, and pretty much kind of, I don't think he said
He was
exactly where
almost
to
in a
locate.
very blase tone, like it was just a Tuesday.
Right. And
Yeah, exactly.
and exactly. So and and the thing is, when we have someone call us that's being haunted, by the time you call us, you're probably scared. You're probably terrified. So, and in this day and age, when you're, and of course, what I'm about to say, it may bite my own ass, because we put some shit out here too that maybe not a lot of people agree with. But when in this day and age, when I'm gonna do business with somebody, I look up their Facebook. I Google them. I look and see who they are. So I mean, if I'm gonna be looking for a paranormal investigator, say I don't know
I'm going to
any.
be going to listen to
Um,
things, that listen to their podcast, check their
right,
Facebook, and that just
right.
feels, I don't know, it didn't feel right the way it was done.
Well, and I just think, so. The very first team that I was on, um, and of course, I'm never knocking them. I learned some good things from them. Um, the founder of that team had a paranormal experience, and yeah, then that's what got him into paranormal investing, research, and he would never say what happened, and just like if you've ever read or seen The Shining, here's Johnny. We love The Shining on this show, so we do make a lot of reference about The Shining, and Jack Nicholson, love him too. So got to put them plugs out where we can. But Stephen King wrote The Shining based on an experience that he had in that hotel out in Colorado. Isn't it in Colorado, Jess?
I do not remember what state it's in,
The
but
the shot. I do. I think it's Colorado. I could be wrong. Tom, in it, I think Tom knows. Anyway, wherever it is, Stephen King had a true paranormal experience in that hotel, and that was what
yes, it is
inspired him
Colorado.
to. Well, so that's what inspired him to write The Shining. And of course, they say he and his wife were both there, and neither one of them will
Some of
talk
it is.
about. Yeah. Some of it is, but The Shining is, was because of Stephen King had this real experience in this hotel. He and his wife will not talk about what happened. They were both there. It happened. They will not say what happened. Just like the founder, of that first team, where I started my training, he will not say what happened to him. Now everybody can speculate and say, were they sexually attacked by a ghost?
Who knows?
Maybe so. Who knows? Or did they just get so scared they shit their pants? And you don't want to tell a story and somebody say, well, what happened then? And what's that? Well, I shit my pants.
Well, I bricked. I just completely bricked. What happened after that? Well, after that, I had to mop the floor because I left a big pee puddle like a chihuahua. You don't want to admit that to anybody.
Right. Yeah, there are things that, like what happened at Graceland, we've talked about it a little bit when I got, and I was not sexually attacked. It was not anything like on in paranormal investigation that just shouldn't be talked about outside the team when you are part of the team.
And I will say that if there is something that's particularly stressful, talk about it with your therapist.
Well, then go to your therapist.
Stuff
right.
like that.
Right.
Like I can get that, but to do it on a podcast,
nonchalantly. I was in there investigating this house where this kid
it felt like
I
it
went
was
to
for
school
shock
with.
value.
Yeah, and the way he paused it and everything, it really was. It was gross. It was gross. I got to read Kate's comment here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you would have had, and I'll try to remember to send you the link and let you listen to that particular part. You can see kind of what I mean.
Yeah, and Tom, I think that I had already maybe sent that to you if you're still with us, and so like I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk about it, you shouldn't tell, but I'm just saying, come on, paranormal investigators, don't fuck it up for the rest of us. Some of us are out here, and I'm not saying it didn't happen to the guy. It may have. I highly doubt it. Have you seen him?
Well, now we got to admit, everybody is somebody's type. I go back to the mullet.
Put the picture up again.
Oh, I lost my mouse. Everyone is someone's type. Even the mustache mullet man.
But that was just.
I don't know what's happening to your internet, Terry, but you sound like you're coming out of a spirit box.
That guy and that team, and can you hear me?
Okay, I think we're caught back up now. That was very odd. Can you hear me?
It might be Willie.
It could be.
I can. But it's still a little delay.
I can tell.
But I don't know. The rain might be coming. The rain might be coming back, y'all. So I'm I guess we'll talk slow now.
Probably a good idea. The mullet. Yep. You know what? That's exactly what it is. What Cade said.
It's the mullet mustache, babe.
I'll send everybody the link. So yeah, I will go over briefly
I was gonna say
a little bit about the articles that I did read. One of them was she was a mother of 4 at the time. I want to say 3. Yeah, she was a mom of. I can't count. I just want y'all to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. She was a mom of 5 at the time, and she was she actually fled from the house twice with the 5 children that she had. After it would get a little crazy, she mistook the ghost for she actually mistook the ghost for her partner in the bed, and even accused her partner at that time of getting frisky. So it was. She went to paranormal investigators, priests, all sorts of stuff. And it ended up being the birth of her daughter that stopped. But during the 9 months that she was pregnant, apparently the activity was like astronomical, which makes sense because of the raging hormones. And then when she had the baby, it just stopped. But it started out with just tickles. And then it became more intimate and just continually progressed.
Okay, so there again, I'm going to let's just open up the skeleton. Let's just unlock this bitch and uncensor it right now. When I was pregnant, I mean, that's probably when I remember having the most sex dreams, being pregnant. So, was I being raped by a ghost when I was pregnant? Ew. Like one of my grandchildren said the other day about another spirit. Dude, that's nasty. Dude, that's weird. Dude, that's weird. I mean, is there an entity out there that just likes to go rape pregnant women?
Possibly.
Because if there is, we need to banish that son of a bitch back to wherever he come from.
She did have some evidence as well. Supposedly there was no one in the house when this was taken. And it was taken from outside.
Well, but you know what I'm going to say about that picture?
It's a window. We do not consider windows to be evidence because they are reflective surfaces. But it makes for good shot value.
And and I'm not saying that wasn't something. I mean, maybe so, but because of reflection and so much bounce back, and I mean, I can go on and on and on about windows and mirrors and reflective surfaces. Graceland sucked last night. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna tell my dad. Well, we're done with Graceland as far as investigating anyway. But let me just say, throw it out there. I'm kicking my dad's ass because all those windows and glass in there really sucked. That's why I didn't even pull the camera out last night. I mean,
I did, but I took it out specifically to take photos of the windows and stuff because
right. Well, because of the crosses and stuff.
But that's for us. That's not really something we're going to be submitting.
Well, and that's evidence. But that is something that we're actually taking picture on the window. You know, the cross is drawn, and we have weird things drawn on the windows.
And that's true when as well, Cade.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen that too. You know, and let's go ahead and so when people watch that later, that they, you know, that's a good valid point that people should know.
Very much.
I mean, someone who's not talented at doing that can Photoshop, you know, window or mirror shit, or you know, or it's easy to create it. You know, I mean, that's the thing too. It would be easy to create a reflection like that in glass, or you know, so you know, you're gonna have to give me
placed doll or a cleverly placed photograph.
Well, dude, I've got that picture. I don't know if you've seen it in
that's another Louisiana one of the videos, and I'm confused by it.
Right, because that looks like light glare. I would have to see it moving to call that any kind of evidence. I want to
Or
see how it
or it
moves
looks
and
like somebody's hand with a sleeve
right.
coming across and the flash illuminating the hand.
I mean, yeah, I would have to see that like in motion,
Yeah.
something. That would have to be my picture, for
Yeah.
me to critique it and say, well, because I would have to be behind the lens to know what I was taking the picture of. But what I was gonna, and I'll show you this. I know it's somewhere here because we keep all that. One of the homes, not Howard's home in Louisiana, but one of his relatives down there that we investigated. They have a mannequin, like a full fucking mannequin in a bedroom. He got it as a Christmas decoration because he was doing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. What's his face? Randy Quaid, the crazy cousin Eddie.
Oh,
National
yeah.
Lampoon. With the robe, he put the robe on the
Yep.
mannequin with the hat, and the cigar in the mouth. So yeah, anyway, he's got that mannequin in a bedroom, and then there's a mirror, in there, of course, his bedroom, and I've got a couple of pictures. Even today, I'll guarantee you, if I pull those pictures up and start, looking through them, it's gonna catch me. What the fuck? Oh, damn it, that's that mannequin.
Mm,
Because you can see him in that mirror. A full human form in that mirror. So I
which is like
mean,
the holy
yeah,
grail.
which yeah, the Holy Grail. So yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Anyway,
I do want to make sure that because I have heard where some teams have mannequins for certain things, given, something to manipulate. If you ever buy a mannequin as part of equipment for this team, I will put you in the corner treatment. The
or
creep, the
no,
creepy.
just tell the truth. Tell the truth that you're going to get my purple cord that the kids were killing each other with last night, but nobody wants to admit it, and you're gonna choke them with it.
There ain't no telling either, I tell you.
Y'all, we lost my phone charger cord disappeared. I like sent Jess a message after my power nap this morning. Well, your kids happen to know where my phone charger cord is, and she's like, well, no, I don't think they would bring it home. No, I don't think that they took it home. I was just wondering if anybody like choked anybody or tied somebody up with it, or because it's what, 6 foot. I mean, it's a 6 foot purple rope to a bunch of kids.
This is
I
true.
mean, I wasn't even thinking because hell, I know these kids today. They all come equipped with their own chargers. They got their shit they need for their gadgets. So again, y'all, I mean, it is a very serious subject
It
about
is.
being a sexual attack of any kind, be it by living or
Yeah.
by dead. It's very serious. It's just in the way you put it out there to people, and if I imagine, and this guy that was sexually attacked, and I'm not going to keep harping on him, but I am going to make this point about him. I imagine if he was, if Jess Beauregard walked up to him and sexually attacked him, he would not be on a podcast saying that out loud. So, or if I did it, I mean, any woman
And we make
or
that assumption based
man,
on the way
or
he spoke and acted. Like, it's not that we think no man would
right.
ever admit to being attacked by a woman. It's that the way that this man spoke and acted does not align with that.
No, no. I mean, because I'm just gonna fucking tell you, if I get sexually attacked by a ghost, and I know it, now hey, if they're attacking me in my dreams, sometimes, well, and like I said, it depends on who it is. I mean, if it's you know George Clooney kicks the bucket and hey, he wants to come hit
I
it,
find it
bring it
I find it
on.
exciting to be someone that I don't even know rather than people I do know. That's more fun. Like, I'd like a break from my flashback dreams, please.
Right, right. So, um, But yeah, it's just if if a my point on that was that the guy would never, he would not have been on a live podcast putting it out there to the world that he was sexually attacked. He would be in a damn therapist office somewhere. And in all reality, I make jokes and stuff. And part of me is not lying. If Prince wants it and you're listening out there in the universe, Prince, my husband's in Iowa tonight, so and he
What,
won't mind because you're dead. And
Willie?
I mean,
Willie, you hear that?
Willie, you close your ears in there, Willie.
Both Willies, preferably. The other,
Yeah.
the other one's back here asleep.
Poor little the little husband back there. So, Kate, are we killing you again? So I'm just, if you're a paranormal investigator, and this is going to be my final point on this dude, or any, this is not just this dude, any paranormal investigator out there, if a ghost does something to you that I can't even get these words out of my mouth right. I know what I want to say. If a human did it to you and you wouldn't say it, that it happened to you, out loud like that, just put it out there for the world. Then if a ghost does it to you, why in the hell are you putting it out there in the world like that? Think
it's for views. It's to attract people.
Well, there's other ways. Look at us. We're stupid.
It's like putting a sign out by the interstate that says, next exit, world's largest ball of yarn.
Right. And I get that, but I just think, there's better ways of doing it. Just, come on Facebook and YouTube, after midnight on Sunday night and talk about ghost sex. Because, even when you're trying to be serious, you can't be serious. And again, I'll say, this conversation is coming from two women who have been sexually attacked, raped violently more than once through our lifetimes.
And this is true.
So, well, yeah. I guess
in
right,
the case of him,
right? I get what you're saying. And and Tom Holland there in the background, we kind of know someone who, I guess, with some of the things that they put out in the world, I guess it's the same. Yeah, any attention.
And you know what? Being people who were, dealt with, abuse of different kinds, you know how it is sometimes. If the only attention that you're ever offered is bad attention, you stop trying for the good attention anyways.
I know you do, Tom. So, I think we could have a shock value without, like I said, I just don't think, if it's not something you would just blab out. If I get raped, I promise you, eventually, yes, I might come out and say, hey, this happened to me, because I would share, because, anyone that knows me knows.
I don't think I'll ever be on a podcast saying it, though.
Well, but we might. We've talked about our own abuse, and we've talked about that. We may talk about that on this Unlocked Uncensored show at some point.
True.
But talking about it in the right context, and talking about that. Well, I didn't really know him when we were kids, but after he died, we got close. But now I'm investigating his house after he died, and I was attacked sexually. Yeah. Come on, dude. Come
Yeah,
on.
there were many things
Just
wrong
so
with
many
that podcast.
fucking things wrong with that. God bless
Because it did.
it.
I came back to
So,
Terry after, and I had mentioned, did you listen up
oh,
through
because
this
just,
point?
just, just tell the truth. Tell them how I like sent you the message ranting and raving. You got to listen, and oh my god, holy shit, and you're not gonna forget. I mean,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah. It
yeah.
was a complete rant. Oh, mm. Yeah, no, it was a complete rant, and I finally did get to listen to it, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening through, and we come back, we've discussed that part about being attacked sexually, but I mentioned, so we're already having a fit about that, and then there was a further part that I had listened to that had to do with a deceased young man that he knew vaguely during his life. That he's sitting there talking about how they've become incredibly close after his death, and it felt like capitalizing on someone's misfortune,
Right,
someone's grief.
right.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, and I'll kind of touch on that subject a little bit because and I won't, of course, put it out there, but I would say that I have a client that is kind of that. I mean, I didn't even know. Well, I can't say. Well, I didn't really know her or like her when we were young, or because I didn't know the people at all, until they contacted me for a paranormal investigation. But I will say that this young person that was the deceased person of that situation has still been with me constantly. No, but I think I still, and I do think that that person, I mean, the story, just the miles and just all that. It was just
But
how
you
it
would
all
never
came
go
together that
on a
that
show and
person found
say,
us.
"Oh, we're best friends now."
No, oh yeah. Yeah, she's my best friend now. We're communicating
That would,
all
because
the
it would be
time.
inappropriate.
That would be so tacky. It would be so
I
tacky.
don't actually know. I think he does mention it in the podcast somewhere, but I don't actually know how long.
And
But I don't
yeah,
think it's
Tom, he
new.
does have a no, he's not new. Um, and he is in my home state, north of here. And he does have. Well, I'll send you his Facebook and stuff, Tom. So I have to remember the name, but
Yeah.
we'll find it and we'll get all that to you, Kate. I'm sure you're gonna. I mean, because of course, once you because the podcast I was audio, so once you're listening to this, well, I mean, there's been a couple. There's another podcast, and I'm not gonna blast her either. It's got nothing to do with being sexually attacked by a ghost, but just I knew when I was listening to her that she was one of them blonde, twirling her hair and popping her gum. And so, like, I went and Googled her and found like a video of her, and sure enough, she's blonde, and sitting there twirling her hair. And I was like, "See, I told y'all." So, same thing with this guy. I was like,
I need to go see what he looks like.
You're right,
Yeah.
Kate. Everybody's.
This is so.
I gotta go see what he looks like. And I went and
And of
looked,
course,
and I'm
like many
oh,
people in
come on
Alabama,
now.
he
If,
sounded like straight cornbread, which I'm aware
yes,
that I also sound like
God,
cornbread when I hear myself recorded. When I go back and listen to myself, Lord,
I
I
know
sound
that
like
I could.
cornbread.
I know that I could get that way too. No, but yeah, um, I think you speak well, Jess, for someone who grew up in the South. I mean, and shit, you grew up what in Chelsea?
Well, now see,
Um,
for no, I actually grew up in McCalla, which is down.
Oh, which was even more
Yeah,
fucking country back. So yeah,
that is
like
where I
you
grew
should
up.
You should, yeah, you shouldn't be able to speak one sentence properly.
Well, I am a writer in my free time, and English has always been my favorite subject. So, but however, I can in fact do. I guess it would technically be considered a code switch because I can sound like this, or I can sound like complete straight. Like I'm talking freaking
Oh yeah, we get all
cornbread
country.
mixed up.
Yeah, yeah, we get all
Yep.
country, and we fitting to go over there. You know, out there and get out there and film, pick up them whatchamajig things over there,
Yep.
and give me a case quarter. Give me a case quarter. I need case quarter. Yeah, a case quarter. First time I heard that shit, I was like, "What the hell?" You know, and I had to come home and I'm telling Lenny, get this guy come in the store. This was years ago. Come in the store where I'm working, and he kept telling me he wanted a case quarter, and I'm like, we
Yes.
don't have those. We don't have those.
Hey,
And
for
for
the
those of y'all,
longest time, I did not actually know that a chest of drawers was chest of drawers. I thought it was
you thought it
Chester
was just a drawer.
drawers.
Oh, I thought it was just a drawer.
I thought it was Chester, like as in Chester. You know. Yep.
So, for people who are listening, if you do not know what a case quarter is, like I do, that's what is so funny about this, y'all. Is this man comes into the store that I am working, I'm a cashier, and he's asking me for a case quarter. You know, he's got his hand. I need a case quarter, you know, and he had some change in his hand, and I'm like, I don't know what.
And she's off.
So anyway, I come home here. This guy telling, and he's looking at me like I'm stupid, which of course I was, because I'm telling him we don't have any of those. You know, so he finally, of course, he's discouraged and he leaves. And I couldn't understand why he was so mad at me because I didn't know what he was talking about. I've stocked that store a million times and I ain't
I ain't
seen
never
nothing.
put away a case quarter.
I ain't never put away a case quarter.
I ain't never put away no case quarter.
So I get home and I'm telling my husband, I swear, y'all, my kids were babies back then. So this is 30 plus years ago. And just to, recap, and I know we're running out of time, but we're really not because it's 1:30 in the morning and nobody cares. But I'm from Alabama, raised in Alabama. But when I was 10 or 11 years old, my mom fell in love with a guy in a rock and roll band. He got a job in Iowa, and we moved to Iowa. So I grew up my teenage years in Iowa. I married a Yankee, and I came back south. So now, this is like one of my first or second jobs working in Alabama as an adult. I'm a cashier, and this man comes in asking me for a case quarter. I need a case quarter. And I don't know. So, I'm beside myself the rest of the day because I'm a Cancer. Fuck, me. I get emotional. And I'm bothered now because this perfect stranger is mad at me because we were out of a case quarter. So I'm telling my husband.
That's the people-pleasing trauma response.
I'm telling my husband, this guy was so mad at me. And Lenny, I just couldn't understand what he was saying because some of these accents are just, even if you've lived here all your life, you look at him and go, huh? What did you say?
What?
So Lenny, of course, fucking dies laughing. Then that makes me feel like shit even more. I'm like,
and not to mention, I imagine at that point you're like, okay, am I just stupid? What is going on?
Yes. I'm like, what the hell? Now I'm feeling really bad because he's dying laughing, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I missing? When he could finally collect his shit, he said, Terri, a case quarter. I said, I don't get it. I didn't have a case quarter. He said, was he trying to give you 2 dimes and a nickel? And I was like, baby. He said he wanted a quarter. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He wanted a quarter. He said he wanted a quarter in a case.
For the air?
He
for
said
the air outside.
For a payphone. Back then it was a quarter. It was a quarter.
But
a case quarter.
The fuck it.
He wanted a case quarter.
How do you get from
he wanted
I
his
need a quarter? I need you to swap this change for a quarter so I can make a phone call. How do we get from there to hey, yo,
a case quarter?
You got a case quarter?
You got a case quarter. Right.
The fuck?
We've got 4 people watching this now.
As we attack our own people, our own Alabamians for the way we speak.
Right.
Now tell me, anybody here, had anybody else heard of a case quarter?
Exactly. But Lenny said that they'd got him on that too when he was working wherever, but whoever he was working with knew what the case quarter was. So apparently Google's
so it actually means a 25-cent piece.
Oh my god.
Oh, Tom, don't you be trying to say you have heard of it. You said case of Buttermiller up there. That was your guess. Don't even try it. I can still see your comment. Good try, though.
Oh, shit.
Well, good to know. So basically, it means a 25-cent piece.
Which is a quarter.
A quarter. Why not just say a quarter? Like, exactly. Quarter is the same. Like, if you say, can I have a quarter? Can I have a quarter? I'm not going to give you 2 dimes and a nickel.
I love the...
Even though it means the same amount of money. Like,
I love the fact that... Exactly. I love the fact that Cade went and Googled case quarter before I could spit out what it was.
Just so everyone has to look at this.
Oh, my Alabama just came out. Yeah, Tom, aren't you from Alabama or you lived here, right? And you hadn't always been in Georgia. I do know he's an Alabama fan. Roll Tide, roll. Let me get my plug there.
Excuse me.
I just plug.
Roll damn Tide.
No. Roll damn Tide.
This is Uncensored.
That's right. Well, we're Uncensored. Roll, motherfucking Tide, roll.
Yes. Well, but I mean, if he's handing me 2 dimes and a nickel, then I know that all he's got to do is say, "Can I have a quarter?"
Right. I mean, yeah, and when this stupid girl is sitting there looking at you when you're saying, "Can I have a case quarter?" I mean, would it not? And she's saying, "We don't have anywhere out." Would you not go, "You dumb bitch, I know you got that quarter in that cash register"?
That is a really, really good point. When you can say, "If we don't have that, we don't have that," why would he not expand upon that? At that point, you have said case quarter so many times, you could have said, "Can I have a quarter?" several times over.
Right. And I mean, I guess he thought, and it didn't occur to me to look at the amount of change that was in his hand. I'm thinking he's trying to pay me for something.
Yeah.
I didn't have what he wanted me to sell him.
Yep. I have a question. I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Did he look like that?
You know,
I
you
feel
may
like the man in that photo sounds like cornbread.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Lord have
I
mercy.
was kind of imagining him being kind of that stupid Italian accent, and that's one the stupid guy with the Italian accent.
It's
I
the
didn't mean to say
mullet.
stupid.
It's the mullet. He's got the redneck accent.
True, true.
Hey y'all,
And
how's your mama and them?
you'll come over for some supper.
Mario. It's me, Mario.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. Kate was the Mario. You've been saying
No, wait a minute. Hold
you
on.
have you have a spiritual problem. Do you have a spiritual problem
That is Luigi
with
at
Mario?
best. That is Luigi at best. That's all I'm saying. Yep. Cade and I are always passing the brain cell back and forth. Apparently, you have joined the rotation. Great value, Luigi. Not even name brand Luigi. We talking off Walmart, like Walmart brand Luigi.
Surefire Luigi. Oh, surefire Luigi. And
I'm thinking
sure
Dollar
as
Tree.
you
I'm
are.
thinking Dollar Tree.
I don't know the name of the Surefine,
Yeah.
SHUR fine, not SURE fine. Surefine is the like Dollar General brand,
There we go.
isn't it?
He's the surefine Luigi.
He's a surefine Luigi. Oh my god. You're gonna have to make that caption, make that meme. 99 cents to Luigi.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, he is. Yes, she is. Oh my god. This is it's 1:39.
This is a part of the reason that we did not discuss any of our research or thoughts beforehand, because we wanted it to be the first reactions here. Because let's be honest, if we're gonna talk about this, we want the crazy.
Right, and the chaos. And I'm sorry, y'all. I think I bumped my mic up there when I moved.
Oh, Cade's making it.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, we're gonna have to stay alive now and wait for it.
Lord have mercy.
Oh shit. Hey, everything can happen here on Alabama Unlocked and Uncensored. We can just decide we're going to stay another 30 minutes late.
There's no shows that come on after us. We are literally the final show, because we originally started this on our own channel. Some of you may have seen it over there. And we were already a part of the Things Network on our Thursday night show. So we said, hey, you don't have anybody at this time slot. You really don't have anybody that run that late.
Yeah,
would you be interested in us having us on there?
Yeah, do you want and we warned them that we're bad. That's why we're unlocked and uncensored after midnight on Sundays.
Not only do we sound like cornbread,
in the central,
we also sound like, in the central time zone. Not only do we sound like cornbread, we also sound like a construction worker and a sailor had a baby, and then we speak with a biker's accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's contagious. If you're around us, you'll catch it.
Even the spirits were catching it last night.
Right.
I have never heard bitch come out of that speaker that many times.
I mean, it really didn't like Twiz.
No.
Didn't like Twiz at all.
Spent all
Um,
night cussing.
yeah, I mean, it's called me a fucking bitch over there. Told me get out now. Um, told me damn right. When are you done, ready for me to leave? Damn right. It said that night. Um,
But
yeah,
last
I
night
mean,
was
yeah,
just something else. It feels
yeah,
it
it was
feels like
bitch
we've
slapping. It was bitch
accidentally
slap.
feels like we've accidentally taught a little kid curse words.
Well, it's contagious. Our syndrome is contagious. Um, just send me the 99 cent to the store Luigi. She needs the Luigi picture, or they need the Luigi picture. Um, and so yeah, Graceland was definitely interesting last night, and we probably did teach that child to cuss over there. We've investigated. I guess we can kind of move off of our uh topic since we're past our time slot for that. We're past that time slot. We'll swap topics now. And we will talk a little bit about Graceland. So we have investigated this house for a year now. I would say what, just 6 investigations, 8 maybe
Something
in a year.
maybe eight, I think.
Um, and the last two we did is we opened it up to some of our favorite people that went on the Grits Mill tour, and a couple of the other people. Word of mouth got around because hey, there's a lot of interest out there. People want to learn about paranormal investigating. They want to actually go on paranormal tour. No, I don't even want to call it a tour because Graceland is not a tour. There's legit activity there. I mean, there's no doubt. So because of being family owned, I've been able to use the place. It's been a great training tool, for new investigators. And kind of as a last shebang, I thought, well, we could use some new equipment because we've got some um you never got invited. Where, Tom? What am I missing there? Um anyway, uh um I decided to wrap up, our final investigations with Graceland. We're not going to be investigating in there anymore. But thought, let's do a little fundraiser, and see if anybody has any interest, because again, we never charge anyone to investigate. So all of our equipment comes out of my pocket, out of Jess's pocket. We have had some clients that have been very generous and donated money. We've had clients that have been very generous and donated equipment. Now we've had some people that have been very generous and donated us on our first haunted item, Willie.
Yes.
Which we can't wait to learn more about Willie. But what my point I was going to make about Graceland and all the investigations is we think we have solved the ghost mystery of Graceland. We're pretty sure that it was, well, there's a couple of previous owners, and it probably has a little bit to do with both of them. But we think the um, main entity there is probably the previous owner that's maybe a little bit of a trickster. She had a hoarding issue, and we're
Well,
moving
and
her
she was
stuff
also
out, and
removed from the house unwillingly. And
right, and had brain cancer, so really, you have to wonder, did she even know that she died? Yeah, I mean, so a lot of
we know there was at
what
least
ifs and
there was
could
at
haves.
least one technically murder on the property, though it was in self-defense. The person was breaking into the home, but that happened right there on the front stoop, and that's not even to talk
Right.
about the deaths. We're not 100% sure. It's been really hard tracking family lineage here, trying to figure things out and figure out who is what. So, but We're working on it.
Yeah, I mean, we've narrowed down that we're pretty sure that the two strongest entities there that we get, or we believe, we feel, we don't know for certain, because nobody knows shit in paranormal investigation. We can only speculate, and the longer I do this, the more questions I have. So I just want to say, I am not saying we know for certain that this entity is Jane Doe and little Jilly Joe, because we don't know for certain. But whoa, what we
My
do
bad. My bad.
know, what we do know, or what we feel we know, what we think we know, is that it is the previous owner, and we're just gonna call her Jane Doe, and then the first owner of the home, we kept getting a child come through, and we've got this child on, I don't know if we actually have her on EVP recording, but I do
We've still
know
got a
that
lot of audio to go through as
yeah,
well,
we've
so
got
we
so
very
much. I
well
mean,
might.
we've investigated this place for a year. And I'm gonna be honest, since it's family owned and stuff, really hadn't had to be on top of every.
Yeah.
I've been lazy about listening to that evidence because there's so much in real time that you hear while you're there. Why the fuck do I need to listen to the fucking audio? Because we hear so much shit
Yep.
in real time when the piano's playing, when Wednesday Adams is hearing conversations, in the other room when nobody's in there. I mean, that you and I hear little kids calling for mama in real time. Um, yeah, we're gonna go through the audio, yeah, but there's if you've ever even thought about being a paranormal investigator, evidence review fucking sucks. I mean, it just does. It's time consuming, it's tedious, and when you have a real client in there, that you really have to review that evidence. It definitely takes top priority over Graceland or, any, I don't want to say fun, because we do, like I said that before, we laugh and we have fun and we cut up and we have a good time on paranormal investigations, but we never make fun or disrespectful, or, when we're not
We don't
disrespectful.
do provoking at other people's homes, basically.
No. And, but unless there's a really need for it. But we have found in most cases you really don't have to provoke much if you let them know you're there with love and you're not going to hurt them. And if it's a case where the owner wants them removed, you know, we try to ease into it. Now, am I going to saying that there's going to be a case out there that won't move willingly with our way of doing it? I mean, again, nobody fucking knows. Nobody knows. Nobody has all the answers to paranormal. All we can do is try.
Yep.
And yet, Tom, not anything. So I'm assuming that all is well there. We did touch back with them, because we wanted to do evidence reveal, and I think about that. Um, they were going to get back to us and have not. So I'm kind of taking that as, you remember that other case that we did, Tom? One of the first ones in Irondale. Remember that lady didn't care what it was, just wanted it gone, and so we cleansed. Remember, Father Stone had cleansed it the night that we were there investigating, and then she opted for me to come back a couple of days later and do my kind of cleansing. And I talked to her and followed up with her a few days after, then the next week, and then the next week, and then we got into Thanksgiving. Coming into and I remember telling her that it's because I always tell my clients, and I put this out there for the world to know. when you call us and we investigate your home, you become part of us. You become part of our family. Well, let me rephrase, when we do a cleansing, because by the time we've gotten to a cleansing with you, it's pretty intimate and we know you. And of course, things can get dangerous. And so we don't want to just come in and cleanse your home and then leave you hanging. So I always tell you, um, and here's my number. If something happens, if we ramp up the energy, whatever, call me. Keep my number. Put me on speed dial at 3 o'clock in the morning. Call me because we need to know that if we've cleansed your home and activity is ramped up, or you're being thrown out of your bed, whatever, we need to know that. So I told this woman, my little speech there, and, so I talked to her, I usually will check back the day after a cleansing. And sometimes, depending on the case, I may check back for 3 or 4 days. And then if everything's okay, I drop it to, a week. And then I'll drop, well, I'm going to talk to you, in 10 days. So I think by the time we got to about the 10-day mark with her, we were getting into Thanksgiving. And I had, told her, it's Thanksgiving. I'm not going to call you this next week, but, enjoy your family, because, and she had told me every time I talked to her, everything was fine. It was quiet, nothing, no more knives in her bed, no more cat food falling off the counter. None of that stuff was happening anymore. So, I called her the week of Monday after Thanksgiving, and she didn't answer the phone. And I called the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and she didn't answer the phone. And of course, the cancer in me, you know what I did, Jess? Oh my God, did I do something? Is she mad? Did I say something wrong? Did I offend her? Oh my God. So I reached out to her son, because he was the one that had contacted us. How's your mom? I've tried to call her. He said, Miss Terri, she's doing fine. She did mention that you had called and that she wasn't answering the call. She said he said everything has been great and wonderful, and she just wants to put it all behind her. She doesn't want to talk about it. And I mean, and that's legit. Because I mean, when people are freaked out and afraid when it's finally done, just like if you're sexually attacked by a ghost,
You might want to
I
put
mean,
it
you're going to be
behind you.
fucking terrified. Yeah, you're going to be terrified and you're going to put it behind you and you're not going to just be out there blabbing it. Now, maybe after some time. Oh my God. Thank God. Thank God. I got to get my glasses. Shit. So, this is what we were waiting on for this. Oh my God. By Jess's face. I can't even. Oh my God.
It's so accurate. It's so accurate. Be able to ask your mom, can we get some food? No, we have food at home. The food at home is like 30 condiments and a slice of spam. Literally, that's it. There's a can of spam and 30 condiments, and that's it. That's the food we have at home.
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could teach you how to use it.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. So yeah, we're getting into almost 2 a.m. and I know that Jess and I are extremely exhausted. So thank you, Cade, again for joining the chaos.
Did you just call spam struggle bread? If you make a sandwich with spam as the bread, you have a special place in hell.
Or this struggle bread. Kate, my husband, will love that. Struggle bread. And he, yeah, he would do that. He fucking loves that shit.
I feel like my dad would. I feel like he'd put the spam in the skillet and he would fry it and then he would use that fried spam as bread for a damn sandwich.
Oh, Lenny's done that.
I feel like the only thing that you can do worse than that is make Jello molds with SpaghettiOs and hot dogs.
Oh my god! Follow me for more glorious recipes.
You know what? Struggle bread is going in our cookbook.
Fucking right, man. Struggle bread. Night, Tom.
All right.
You sleep well, Tom, and thank you, Tom, for joining us here tonight. The chaos and the madness.
That is not what you typed. And before you go back, before you can go back.
Right, get it. Struggle bread. I got you. Struggle bread.
And let's be clear, this comment right here is referring to spam.
Nope.
Too late.
Get it.
I also took a picture of the comment itself as well. So it's on the screen and I've got a picture of it.
And it's okay. I mean, it's over.
Yeah,
I'm
too
sorry.
Late. It's too late.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend. I mean, it's on YouTube, Things Network, YouTube.
It's on
Spirit
2
channel.
YouTube channels and
yeah,
Facebook.
Spirit. Yeah, and all over our pages. And I mean, I'm gonna
go back, and I'm gonna go back in here, and I am actually going to nab a clip of that, and I might put it on TikTok.
Well, you know, there's probably a few good clips on here to put on TikTok.
There really is.
On. The fucking whole show, probably.
This is true. Good Lord. All right. Well, we are going to wrap it up. I don't think we know what our topic next Sunday is going to be. I think Thursday we're going to do some live tarot reads. So make sure you come and hang out with us that night. If you have a specific, if you want to make sure that you got you a spot locked in to get a read.
Yeah,
shoot us an email at this email down here.
Right, and let me just throw this out. When you're fat and full of turkey Thursday, come join me and Jess at 9:00, and we can bust a gut and make you shit your pants.
We will not only
because you can be full of turkey,
but we also will not be sober. So.
Oh God, yes, we're drinking. I don't drink, y'all, so this will be really comical. Occasionally I have one or two. When I say adult juice boxes, those are those little packs you buy in the juice box. You throw them in the freezer and they become a margarita or a daiquiri. I love those things.
So we definitely. I'm gonna grab some. You grab some. We will have it. We'll be good.
My freezer's full of them.
Awesome. Yes.
Well, I'm part of that.
Awesome. I think you're not doing any reads. I'm doing the reads, correct? Because I know you're not.
I might do some. I might do some pendulum.
That's a good one. I'll bring it. Yeah. Because I know you're not as fond of working with tarot as you are with your pendulum.
I do tarot for myself. And every now and then, them spirit guides and I know you know this because you had kind of that situation recently when them spirit guides are just knocking you over the fucking head and they don't give you a choice, so when I've had that happen.
So bad if one of the gods had not been Loki, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Well, I mean, I don't know who the hell they are.
Thank you. No.
Right. Well, I don't know who in the hell it is, that has knocked me over the head on those times when I've done tarot readings for people. Because, I think I've told you about, I'll just be in the shower or something and somebody will pop in my head and be like, they'll just say the name Tiffany. And then you're like, why am I thinking Tiffany? And then it's just fucking play in my head. So I'll contact that person and say, I don't know why. I can't get you out of my brain but I'm supposed to call you, and sometimes it ends up that
It's pretty
I was like, well,
obvious
maybe
what
I
the
need.
reason
Uh,
was.
well, sometimes it's just I'll just be talking to them, and something will fall out of my mouth, and it'll be like, where did that come from? And what?
Oh my
Okay,
God, yeah.
and they go, oh,
See,
that makes sense. But then if I'm talking long enough, and nothing, we're still just chit chatting after, but there's still Tiffany going in my head. Then it'll be like, okay, well, maybe I need to pull some tarot cards. So
yeah.
I mean, I do, but I do. I resist them. I guess it's the confidence thing with them, and the tarot readings that I've done. I've told you this. The tarot readings that I've done, when the cards come up to me and they tell me that your husband is about to dump your ass for the next door neighbor, it's really hard for me to say that to people. It's
Oh,
really
absolutely. Yeah,
so
my
because
you can
how
ask
I
Cade.
am.
Ooh, my decks
Well,
are blunt.
Well, you know how I am, Jess, and you know that shit will
That's good.
eat the fuck out of me, and I'll play it in my head for 14 days. My God, I shouldn't have told him that. Oh my God. What if he really wasn't going to cheat with the neighbor? And fuck, now you've told him that. Now they're going to break up. I mean, that's my anxiety, and I'll do all that. So I
Oh
just,
yeah.
yeah, I
Cade said
read tarot for
Cade said
me.
what you do is you pull cards for clarification, not for full readings. And I think
Right,
that kind of sums
right.
it up. And yeah, Cade says I have clocked them over the head with my tarot. My decks are incredibly blunt. And Cade is actually one of the two people that I had that session where I did the channeling that Loki
Well,
happened
I've
to.
told you
Whew.
more than once. I want you to do a reading for me.
Yeah,
I
I
was
can't
I
read for
was about to say
myself.
I was about to say maybe we'd do it live. But no, I don't think we'll do my reading
No,
on.
I would. Cade, would you suggest
The,
that we do Terry's reading live?
no, no. I caught
Not with
myself
my
before I
deck.
let that. I caught myself before I let that spill out.
Oh, and I do want to make sure, just for anybody who comes back and watches this later, the tarot reads that we'll be doing live, they are free. I do not charge for tarot reads ever. So you don't have to worry about that. Oh, yeah. Cade said Loki wasn't mine, thankfully, but it was funny watching it happen. And Cade said, oh, nope, you don't want to do that live.
Not me. No, y'all. Jess will do a fabulous job on y'all, and we did. Kate doesn't know me well, but Kate is learning me enough to know that, and Jess knows me well enough to know, yeah, they probably got some shit that the tarot that that we probably that it would be like being sexually
Got to get the
attacked.
deck with less sass. But you say this, but that is a very loose way to phrase that because they're both fucking sassy.
I'm gonna have to
I need
see
a
what.
new deck. That's what I need. I need to get a
Uh,
new deck. See if I can find one that's less sassy.
well, the deck that my favorite deck that I do use is Fantastical Creatures.
Mm.
It's gentle.
See,
It's
I need a
gentle
gentle
and
deck.
loving.
Nope, not
Um,
mine. I've got my spirits.
um,
I've got the ghosts and spirits deck, and she's a little less sassy, but she still pulls no punches. But my Archeon deck, literally, like I lay the cards out, and it's like my deck said, "Oh, hold my beer." It's just
and that what
disrespectful.
I want fantastical creatures. I say that, but I mean that they have kind of slapped me in the face when I need my face slapped. Yeah, they will say "hold my beer," but I think they maybe do it in a
Gentler
gentle.
fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
my deck, my Archeon deck, the one that is not nice, predicted Cade's divorce. And I probably would have struggled to tell a stranger that.
Well,
But
no, shit.
Cade being my best friend. Oh,
Now I say we should end the live broadcast and we should go pull Kate in on a three-way here, and let's do a couple of card pull from that deck for me with all the shit going on around me right now.
we will go ahead and end the broadcast, and
Yeah.
I
On
think
that
we'll
note, sorry to leave y'all hanging, but if there's anything good, we might let you know.
we will
Maybe
end
that'll be
our broadcast.
next Sunday's topic. What was Terry's reading?
Maybe so,
Maybe.
maybe, and we'll end on this note. 99 cent
Good.
store for EG. Good night.